Why is it so difficult to actually become the person you want to be? Let me ask you something. How many times have you said to yourself, "This year will be different"? Maybe you swore you'd wake up at 5 a.m., read more books, hit the gym, or finally stop texting that one person who's clearly not good for you. And then, 2 weeks later, you find yourself scrolling TikTok at midnight, your gym shoes collecting dust in the corner, and your future self still trapped somewhere in the future. It's frustrating, isn't it? This strange gap between the person you are right now and the person you desperately want to become. The truth? Your brain isn't broken. Your willpower isn't weak. The real problem is that you're playing a psychological game without knowing the rules. And today, I'm going to give you the rulebook. This is the 4-part framework that doesn't just motivate you for a week. It rewires how you see yourself. Because change doesn't stick until your identity change. So grab your tea, settle in, and let's walk through this together. Why your brain treats your future self like a stranger. Imagine you're walking down the street, and a random stranger comes up to you and says, "Hey, could you give me $500? I promise I'll use it wisely in 10 years. You'd laugh, right? You don't trust them. You don't feel connected to them. They're just some stranger with a weird request. That's exactly how your brain sees your future self. Research using brain scans shows that when you think about future you, your brain activates the same regions it uses when thinking about strangers. In other words, deep down, your brain doesn't recognize your future self as you, which explains so much. Why do we procrastinate? Why do we keep eating junk food, even though future us has to deal with the consequences? Because we're wired to prioritize the present version of ourselves, the one who wants comfort right now. So the first step to change is not motivation, but building a bridge to your future self. You have to start seeing that version of you as real, tangible, someone worth taking care of. Try this. Write a letter from your future self, or use an aging app to see what you'll look like in 20 years. It might feel silly, but it tricks your brain into recognizing that future you isn't a stranger, it's you, and it deserves your effort today. How vague goals sabotage transformation before it begins. Here's a common trap. You say, "I want to be healthier," or "I want to be more productive." That sounds nice, but it's like telling your GPS, "Take me somewhere good." The system doesn't know where to go. Vague goals give your brain too much wiggle room. Without clarity, your default habits sneak back in because they're easier. Instead, you need specific, measurable, identity-driven goals. Not, "I want to be healthy," but "I am the kind of person who cooks one nutritious meal a day." Not, "I want to read more," but "I am a reader who spends 15 minutes with a book every night." See the difference? The shift isn't just about what you do, but who you are. Because here's the secret. Your brain loves consistency with identity. If you believe "I'm a runner," skipping a run feels like betraying yourself. But if you just run sometimes, skipping is no big deal. So stop aiming for vague goals. Start aiming for a new identity. Why waiting to feel ready keeps you stuck forever? Let's bust another myth. The idea that you need to feel ready before you start. You won't. You never will. Your brain loves homeostasis. It wants to stay exactly where it is. Think of it like jumping into a cold pool. If you wait until the water feels warm, you'll stand there shivering forever. The only way to make it feel okay is to get in. That's how change works. Action creates readiness, not the other way around. So instead of waiting for the magical day when you finally feel like it, commit to small, repeatable actions. 1 push-up, 1 page of reading, 1 journal entry. It feels almost laughable how small it is, but that's the point. Because consistency builds momentum, and momentum rewires your identity. Which brings us to the final piece of the framework. Effort-based consistency versus identity-based consistency. Most people try to change with brute force. Effort-based consistency. White-knuckling your way through diets, productivity hacks, 30-day challenges. It works until it doesn't. The second life gets messy, your old identity pulls you back. The solution is identity-based consistency. Instead of asking, what do I need to do? Ask, who do I want to be? Then prove it to yourself with tiny daily votes. Every workout is a vote for I'm an athlete. Every page is a vote for I'm a reader. Every dollar saved is a vote for I'm financially responsible. The more votes you cast, the stronger that identity becomes. Eventually, it doesn't feel like effort anymore. It feels like you. And that's the real secret. You don't change your life by trying harder. You change it by becoming someone new. So why is it so hard to become the person you want to be? Because you've been fighting psychology instead of working with it. Your brain doesn't trust your future self. Your vague goals sabotage you. Your desire to feel ready keeps you frozen. And your effort-based willpower burns out. But with the 4-part framework, connecting with your future self, setting identity-based goals, acting before you feel ready, and casting daily votes for your new identity, you can finally close the gap. Remember, transformation isn't a single leap, it's thousands of small steps, all proving to yourself, this is who I am now. So the question isn't, will you succeed this time? The question is, who do you want to become, and what tiny vote will you cast for that person today?